Well, hey adventurers, we got a whole bunch of stuff here on the table, so you know what that means. It's time for another Adventures in Airsofting, the unboxing edition! So my trip to Pensacola was fantastic. I first stopped by the Air Force Armament Museum, which if you're following the page on Facebook, you got to see all the photos of the exterior there. But it was pretty much the perfect way to just stretch my legs after that 6-hour drive. But the Air Force Armament Museum, I highly recommend it. It's a fantastic little break on the way up to Pensacola. So the rest of this stuff you see here was either given to me from the raffle from the B3 Milsim by Leviathan Tactical, or they gave it to me while I was sitting there waiting for my raffle item. So as you can tell right here, this is pretty obviously the big ticket raffle item, the Sig MCX, but we're going to get into that in a second here. First off, this is all the stuff that they gave me at the Leviathan Tactical store. This guy right here, Ted, fantastic person. If you are in the Pensacola area, I highly suggest you contact them for all of your airsoft needs. While I was waiting there, they just started kind of throwing stuff at me. The first of which is this sticker that they will be making into a patch apparently. But this is the B3 Milsim logo, essentially. You have Be Free, which is how they pronounce B3 apparently. And then you have this beaver skull here. Now B3 stands for Beaver Battle Creek Bayou, from what I understand. And it was a field that was open a few years ago, was closed down for whatever reason, and now they're back up and running. So I'm very happy that I got one of these stickers, because I didn't think I was going to get one after seeing that line of well over 250 people going straight out the gate and down the road. So luckily they had one left over that they gave to me while I was waiting there. They also gave me this pretty sweet Batman patch. It's the Keaton era. I mean, you know, the 90s era Batman is the Batman I grew up on. Michael Keaton is my Batman. Now they also gave me this.
I am here.
What is this?
I am your future. You will know fear. Wait, what
we'll
are you
just
doing?
put this
Wait,
over
stop.
here for later. I'm not exactly sure how that got there, but
I'll be back.
all right. But yeah, they gave me this hat here with the Leviathan Tactical logo on it. It's pretty sweet. Now they also gave me this patch. GPA stands for Greater Pensacola Airsoft, meaning that it's an airsoft association that has a Discord, a Facebook page, a whole bunch of other stuff. But it basically is Northwest Florida and Southern Alabama. So I'm very happy to be a part of this group on Facebook as I start growing and expanding this channel here. So this is the Leviathan Tactical patch that they have right now. It's pretty sweet. I like it. Ted was telling me they're going to have a bigger version of this patch, as well as a bigger version, or an actual version of this as a patch, as well as the elemental kind of B3 symbol Breaking Bad style. So those are my patches. And then this is something they gave me that I'm incredibly intrigued about. This is the Concussive Grenade Mark 1 CG Airsoft Grenade, 3D printed by Leviathan Tactical. But this thing is so interesting to me. So as you can see, it's a 3D printed grenade. Now it has the mounting bracket here that you can put onto your molly webbing. But what's really interesting is that you open up the bottom here. You see you've got this little screw head and this little screw head here. So apparently you take these ring caps, put them in there, you break one of these off, stick it on top of here, throw it, and it blows up. So I'm going to try one right now. I think they stick it on here like this. I screw this back on, like so. And I think you just kind of, whoa, flah! I was looking right down the barrel of that. Okay. So it does have a little bit of a bang to it, which is awesome. I haven't tried that before. But how cool was that, huh? But as the day of me making this video, yesterday was my 36th birthday. And any of you that are in your mid-30s and a guy, you probably know that you don't get a whole lot of fanfare for your birthday. This year was different. Oh, snap. Actually, I forgot. These big giant things that they gave me. I got big old squishy grenades here. But I love this thing. So I've got 2 of these. So I wonder what exactly I'm going to be doing with these since I have a double. I mean, you know, there may be like a giveaway or something later on. Who knows? Only time will tell. And speaking of time, it is time to check out the Sig Air Pro Force MCX Virtus AEG. Anybody else psyched about this? This is the grand prize raffle at the B3 Milsim. Now, I had left early because I don't win raffles. I never win anything. I bought 10 tickets for these at $5 a pop, so I spent $50 on this. Whenever I see a raffle, I automatically assume that I'm not going to win, and whatever donation I make is basically just a donation. So this is the first time I've actually won something, and I'm going to really, really enjoy this. So thank you again to B3 Milsim and Leviathan Tactical, and I give you the Leviathan. I decided to call this the Leviathan because I am very grateful to them for basically giving this to me. Right off the bat, I have held this before, but this is a solid feeling AEG. Let's just do a nice... Got a tip. We got a nice orange tip here. So we have M-lock rails here on each side. Picatinny fully all the way down the top. So we got M-lock over here as well. They ended up throwing in these front and rear sights for me. Like I said, they just kept throwing stuff at me until I basically said, it's enough, thank you. I really appreciate everything you've done. You know, typical selector switch, which feels pretty good. One thing I do like about this is it has the modern sling mounts in the buttstock as well as the gun itself here. But we have this this folding stock. It's a 2-position folding stock, which is a little short for me. But the cool thing is, I don't know if you can see this, I can pop this stock off and put on a Picatinny rail riser, pretty much anywhere from like a 1/2 inch to 3 or 4 inches. So I'm going to be modding this just that way for my size because I'm 6'5" and I'm technically a giant. But yeah, this thing feels incredibly solid. It's got a nice grip here, actually, for my giant hand. It feels fantastic. So it comes with this mid-cap magazine here. And so we got a speed loader and our booklet here. So hopefully you enjoyed it. That's part 1 of this review, and we'll pick it back up tomorrow after a game at Holy Cows. I'll see you then. After a day of gameplay at Holy Cows, I identified a couple things that I didn't cover when I first recorded this. So first off, there's M-lock on both sides as well as the bottom of the foregrip. The sling mounts are not only here and here on the buttstock and on the gun itself, but there's also a traditional sling mount right here that I have my chrono tag, which is 410. And I also sat down with Benny and he told me how to put the battery in here. So he said there's 2 ways of doing this. You can either pop out this pin right here about halfway, or you can just take the screws out here. I've just been taking the screws out. So let me do that real quick. Okay. So now you can just slide this right off. Now what I've found is this little thingy right here. When you're putting this back on, you just want to make sure that's down. But another thing I found out while I was fiddling with it is that they have made a battery compartment here pretty perfectly to fit this nunchuck Tamiya that we're going to put in here now. So I'm going to connect it. So I believe that you could put the smaller one in first. Oh no, it's the other way around. You put the bigger one in here. See how that fits in there pretty nicely? And then you take the smaller one and you kind of wedge it in there. And then both of them fit right there. Pretty darn nicely, if I do say so. So one of my pet peeves is these battery compartments and how it's so hard to fit everything. If I do a VSS review video, you will see there how aggravating it is to get that battery in. But here, it's actually not that bad. Okay, got that on, make sure that's down. Slide that down till we hear it click. And then we can just put the screws right back in there. And there you go. Now you have your battery in here. And it's all set to go. I've already cleared it, so it's all right, but you see that? That is a powerful, powerful gun. And as you can see in the video that's coming up, this thing is darn near a DMR. All right, let's take the first shots with this thing. Well, it's accurate.
Nice.
Yeah, it's definitely accurate. Yeah, I think this will do. Shablam. Knowing this thing for the first time.
Ooh, MCX? Cool.
Yeah, I just won this at B3.
Oh, okay, cool. One more. 410.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Is this still contested? Still contested?
Good call, brother. Taste the Leviathan. Good call, brother. Good call. Oh, yeah. Good call, brother. Good call.
We got people constantly coming from the left.
I got one of them. Whoop, sorry, bud. Good call, brother. Good call. The Leviathan is thirsty. Bleed for it. Good call, brother. And if you subscribe and stay tuned to future videos, you'll see plenty of gameplay with this Sig MCX. Which, by the way, they missed a huge opportunity to call this the MXC. We need to bring that show back. The Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. Look it up, kids. You will love it.